In this video, we explore Microsoft's brand new Start menu in Windows 11 24H2 and 25H2, diving into every feature, hidden option, customization tool, and integration that makes it one of the biggest changes in years. Windows 11's new look Start menu is here, and it's a huge upgrade that feels like a long-awaited refresh. So let's dive in because the Start menu in versions 24H2 and 25H2 has been completely redesigned to provide a smoother, more effective way of operating programs and giving users a clearer overview of their apps, files, and even smartphones. And for the first time, Microsoft is introducing a fundamentally revised Start menu that runs on all devices with the same code base, making updates more seamless than ever. And the best part is that all of these new functions are activated through an enablement package, which means you don't need a full reinstallation, just a simple restart, and you're ready to enjoy the new features. And when you first open the Start menu, you'll notice the changes instantly because under Personalization and Start in Settings, you'll now see new toggles like Show Recently Added Apps, Show Recommended Files in Start, or Show Websites from Browsing. History, all of which you can switch on or off depending on how minimal or detailed you want your Start menu experience to be. And unlike the old design where pinned apps, recommended items, and the full app list were separated, requiring you to switch between views, the new Start menu combines all three into a single continuous scrollable view, which not only saves you clicks but also provides a much cleaner and larger interface, making better use of screen real estate. And while this does mean more scrolling, the trade-off is a much clearer overview of everything you need. And it's not just a layout that's new, because Microsoft has also introduced brand new views to the All Apps section, which in older versions was stuck to an alphabetical list. But now you can choose between multiple layouts, including the classic list view, a modern grid view with horizontal tile-style display, and a category view where Windows automatically organizes your apps into groups like productivity, communication, creativity, games, or other, which makes it easier to locate apps based on purpose. Though one drawback is that you cannot yet manually adjust these categories, create your own, or move apps between them, since it's controlled by the system, giving you more structure but less freedom than self-made groups. Still, it's a big improvement for users who want order without the extra effort. And speaking of effort, Microsoft has finally listened to user requests by allowing selective deactivation of the recommended section, which many found unnecessary clutter. So now under Settings, Personalization, Start, you can completely disable options like Show Recently Added Apps, Show Recommended Files, Show Websites from Browsing History, or Show Tips. And once these are switched off, the Start menu only displays pinned apps and the full app list, giving you full control over what appears. And that control extends to pinned programs too, whereby default, you get two rows of icons with a Show All button when you pin more. But now you can change this behavior in Settings to Show All Pins by default, making your entire pinned app collection visible right away without extra clicks, which is particularly useful for power users who keep dozens of apps pinned. And for larger screens, the new Start menu shines even more, as up to 8 apps or 4 groups can be shown in a row, with a recommended section showing up to 6 items in 2 rows. And selecting Show More reveals a dedicated page for recently used files. Plus, Microsoft has simplified Start menu settings overall by removing redundant layout options and centralizing everything into the Show All Pins by default toggle, and the visual scaling has also been optimized. So on high-resolution monitors, the Start menu appears wider and more spacious, while on smaller devices with high scaling, it stays compact and tidy, though insider feedback shows mixed reaction since some users love the larger overview, while others feel the layout is too stretched. But perhaps the biggest game changer here is the integration of mobile devices through the sidebar powered by Phone Link. And with this new feature, Windows 11 Start menu lets you directly connect your Android or iOS phone, read messages, manage calls, browse photos, and transfer files with a Send to My Phone option, making it even easier to move images or documents between PC and smartphone. And in Settings, you'll now see a Show Mobile Device and Start menu toggle that adds or removes a sidebar, along with an icon next to the search bar for quick access, giving you the choice to keep the integration always visible or only when you need it. And alongside this, customizable options allow you to decide whether Show Most Used Apps should be enabled, which then highlights your frequently used programs in the recommendations. And you can even choose to display folders like Settings or File. Explore directly at the bottom left of the Start menu for faster navigation, though some users have reported inconsistencies, such as save layouts not sticking after restarts, changes in column numbers for pinned apps, or occasional bugs where categories are misgenerated. But Microsoft has acknowledged these as known issues and is working on fixes. And touch users may notice that gestures like swipe up don't always work reliably, with drag and drop still restricted to limited areas, showing that improvements are still needed. And as with many Microsoft rollouts, this new Start menu is being introduced gradually via A/B testing. So not every user will see it immediately even after updating to Windows 11 25H2, meaning you might still have the old design until Microsoft pushes an enablement package to your system. Though advanced users can enable it manually using tools like ViveTool with commands such as vivetool/enable/ID. For 9402389, followed by a restart with additional IDs, unlocking more features like the mobile sidebar. But since Microsoft controls the official rollout, some options may not appear until later, and while the new Start menu is not perfect yet, with a few rough edges and restrictions, it clearly represents Microsoft's vision, a unified, customizable, and integrated hub that puts productivity, personalization, and connectivity all in one place, making it one of the most significant updates to Windows 11 so far. And as users continue to test and share feedback, it's only going to get better with refinements and bug fixes. So if you're ready to experience a smarter, wider, and more connected Start menu that bridges your PC and phone while finally giving you control over recommendations and pinned apps, then Windows 11's 24H2 and 25H2 updates are absolutely worth it, and with more features expected in upcoming builds. The Start menu may finally live up to being the centerpiece of Windows again, so stay tuned for more updates and walkthroughs here on TechVerse, your destination for the latest in tech, leaks, and reviews.